Well, hey gang, how are you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and covering all of the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet for the dates of the 10th through the 17th of June 2022. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for checking in. Please do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, let's talk about what happened this last week. I'm not sure where to start. It was a weird week. I wish I could say it was a normal week where we should have been into Dorado, marlin, tuna, just about all of the warm water species, but I can't tell you that. The fishing is sideways. It's up and down. It's so erratic right now. This isn't a La Nina situation, is the official term for it. It's extremely cold. It's cooler than normal. Temperatures in the water are 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal. Waters are not exactly blue. They're not exactly clear. They're kind of green. They're kind of turned over. It has also been very, very windy. Air temperatures, although we do have some temperatures hitting the high 90s, low hundreds, a lot of times, it's in the 80s and 90s, which is 5 to 10 degrees cooler air-wise than it is normally. So that's affecting the fish. And on top of all of these crazy up and down things that are going on, this last week we had a full moon, and not just a normal full moon. I mean, it looked like a giant tortilla in the sky. It was called a supermoon, which means I believe it only happens twice during the year. It's when the full moon is closest by, 500 gazillion miles closer to the Earth than normal, which created extreme currents, huge tides. I mean, this morning when I put out the boats, we had to hike out about 50 yards till we could even get in the water because everything was high and dry, or we were walking through, ankle deep water to get out there. That's how much the current and the tides have been affected. So naturally that has affected the fishing, on top of the fact that fishing is just crazy to begin with. I wish I could predict what's going on. Everybody writes me every day. Folks come in every day. They arrive off the airport, from the airports. Jonathan, how's the fishing? What are we going to catch? What can we expect? I really don't know. It is so different from one day to the next. One day, everybody's catching fish. It's great. Everybody's high-fiving, drinking beer, taking pictures. We're all excited. We think it's turning around. Then the next day, let me put it this way. This last week, we had probably 2 or 3 of the worst days of fishing that I can remember. Almost no fish caught, or they were catching maybe 1 needlefish, 1 pargo, 1 cabria. That's how slow it was this week. And then right around, it just turned around all of a sudden. The switch got flipped, and the next day, boom, we got yellowtail, we got roosterfish, we got pargo, cabria, we got a little tuna, we got some marlin and some billfish action. And we got excited about that. And then the next day, it was off again. It's been up and down. It's been sideways. Really hard to put a finger on it. You can fish in one spot, and it can go boom one day. You can come back to that same spot the next day, and it could be like a desert. Or the boat next to you. They're catching fish like crazy. You're doing the exact same thing, same bait, same lines, same spot. They're hooking up, and you're not. It's just, I don't know what to say this year. But I will tell you that everybody who wants fish is bringing home fish. If you're fishing 2 or 3 days, 4 days, like most of our clients do, you might have a day off, you might have 2 days off, but usually the other 2 days will make up for it, and they are getting fish. In terms of what kind of fish, the variety is over a huge spectrum once again. Over at Las Arenas, we've got everything from Jack Crevalle, lots of bonita being caught, and it's not the junk bonita. We're catching white and blue bonita, which is very, very good eating. So we've got Jack Crevalle, we've got bonita, there's pargo, there's barred pargo, there's dogtooth snapper, which are the Cubera snapper. We've got roosterfish between 20 and 80 pounds. We did get our second marlin of the season. Here it is in June, and it's only the second marlin of the season. We got our first sailfish this week. We had some wahoo hookups, although they were lost. We're also getting still some Sierra, lots of pompano, lots of trevally, golden trevally. You just never know. When I see the counts at the end of the day, we could have 10 or 11 or 12 different species from Las Arenas. Here behind me in La Paz, out of the bay, mostly yellowtail, and there's still these huge yellowtail we're getting, 20 to 40 pound yellowtail. These are hogs, these are sluggers, these are oinkers, and the counts are very, very not only unpredictable, but somebody will come back and they've got a long face on. I say, how many did you catch? Well, we only got 1 yellowtail. The boat next to us got 5. And then I ask them, well, how many did you lose? Well, we lost 3 or 4. Well, that makes a big difference. That's good fishing, bad catching. These fish are very tough. They want to go back into the rocks. They're being lost because they're big fish or because just inexperience. Maybe the first day or two, the clients are losing some, but by the second or third day, they've got it dialed in. They're on their game and they're catching more fish. So it's mostly yellowtail out here in La Paz Bay behind me, up against the rocks. Some nice pargo, some nice cabria, jack crevel, a nice number of bonita also being caught. And there are, I don't want to say we're into the Dorado season yet. We should be. We're here in the middle of June. We should be in the middle of Dorado season right now, but we're not. But there are a couple little schools of Dorado showing up here and there. Some 20 to 40 pound fish is what we're catching. Then there's also some smaller ones as well. But, until the warm water officially comes in here, until the sun keeps the waters warm, until the winds die down, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of Dorado. But this is Baja. It could change very quickly. I remember maybe 15 years ago, the last time we had conditions like this, and I remember it was July, and all of a sudden we had cold green water. The fishing was off. It was very unseasonable, and it was like someone flipped a switch. And the next day we had Dorado, we had marlin, we had all kinds of warm water species. So things could change at any moment. All we need is a couple days of consistent warm weather, warm water, minimal winds, and I think this thing's going to take off. So if you're coming down, just be prepared for anything, okay? Anyway, that's going to do it for a quick wrap-up on what's going on down here in La Paz. Thank you for spending time with us. Thanks for checking in. We hope you're doing well. God bless. Take care of each other. I'm Jonathan for the Mexican Minute, and we'll catch you next week.